So Donald Trump is losing the country billions.
What's going on today?
Basically, international business is way down.
Oh, he's kicking out like foreign students, like international business.
Yeah, and then less foreign students are not supposed to want to come in. So it's two things, right? People are leaving, and less people are coming in. We just saw a report regarding foreign students, which we want to talk about, and what's going on with that, basically.
So I'm not sure other country, but this moment, Korea student, even if they accepted college, the visa is denied.
I see. So a Korean student could apply to U.S. university, get accepted, but then can't enter.
Yeah, because basically, we have to go to visa interview, right?
Right.
And they just give you this red.
Right. And in fact, that's been a new thing that the Trump people want to do is, depending on which country you are, you have to go to an interview. But some countries, it's not convenient. For different reasons, right?
Yeah.
It's just not convenient. There may not be an office near you, maybe outside of
And not just that, actually scheduling itself is really difficult.
Yeah, really long wait, really long wait time. So requiring an interview for everyone, it's just a major hassle.
Of course, there is a like the how can I say the fast line.
Okay.
But you have to pay a lot more to get in the fast line.
It's not really fast.
Yeah, not even the fast, but you have to pay more if you're a little bit earlier than you can actually schedule it.
Now, Yeji was talking about Korean students because you saw like a Korean thing on that. Reuters actually was talking about all foreign students, and they used the one example of DePaul University in Chicago, which has been the news. We talk about how essentially Chicago looks like some parts of the city, basically a war zone, because Trump is, sending his ICE agents in to attack apartment buildings and stuff like that. I mean, it's terrible. So if you're a parent, do you want to send your kid in that kind of... Yeah.
Of course not.
You just don't, because just imagine you're outside the USA and you're a parent and your kid's like 18 or whatever, going to go to college, and you just see like these Trump ICE people. Yeah.
There's a basic civil war there.
Yeah. You don't want to send your kid in that environment. So one is you have just lack of interest. Because there were a couple of reasons. You mentioned the one where they can't get into the country, and then the others they just want to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like even if they want to come into, they can't, and then you could just go somewhere else. So what other places could you go to study?
Of course, there's a lot of country in the Europe, right? And not just Europe. There's like maybe China and Japan.
Yeah. No, right. You could come to Korea and study. There was numbers. It was really high. The foreign, I guess, population here in Korea was 40% or something like that up. You mentioned that number before.
Are you talking?
I thought it was here the foreign population is at 41% or something.
Yeah,
was it students or was it just?
Most of them are students.
Okay, and that would probably be which countries would come here?
Number one foreign population is Vietnam.
Okay.
And second is the China.
And then and you have to understand the world is big, right? So Vietnam and China students may come here to Korea. And then I was reading U.S. Foreign student enrollment looks to be down. And then I guess the big winner is UK out of this.
Yeah.
I would say probably Canada's going to be a winner. I didn't see numbers, but I just saw early number at least from the Reuters report was saying UK is a winner. But I would be willing to bet Australia is a winner, Canada is a winner, and then various countries in Europe would win from this, right? So, it's losing the USA a lot of money. What's that?
And even not just foreign students, I read even the USA student, because they're...
Oh, right. I heard that too.
Yeah, you guys' university is too expensive.
Yeah.
So they go to Europe.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. A lot of Americans just want to leave. If you look at like Google searches, people are like, "How can I leave? How can I leave?"
Yeah.
And you're probably watching this video like thinking, "How can I leave?" I mean, seriously, that's a real concern. All this stuff is extremely complicated, and I think part of the problem is the people who like Trump. Oftentimes, they live in parts of the country that have no contact with people from other places. And so here's an example. So I make YouTube videos all the time, right? And I have to be careful what I say because I'll just be honest. There are racist people in the USA. Okay.
Not just USA, they're everywhere.
Everywhere in the world, there are racist people. Sure. So I'm using this example because, for example, if I say Chinese student or China, for some people, they instantly their mind thinks of just certain things. Just whatever that is in your mind, you know what it is, right? So I'm just saying, as me, I went to Brown, I went to Penn. I have to mention my schools because there's a lot of foreign students there, not just Chinese students. I had German friends, French friends, Japanese students, Spain, Portugal. I can name lots of countries. A lot of Turkish students actually at Brown. But anyway, just a lot of people from all. Yeah, really. I used to play basketball with the guys from Turkey, for reals. But there's just a lot of people all from all over, and so your sort of image of what that means when I say a certain country, you'll just have it, depending on your experiences, right? If you go to the hospital in LA, you'll meet a lot of Filipino nurses.
Yeah.
A lot. Just they're just are. But everywhere's different. And there's a lot of Russians too. I've met a lot of Russians in LA. But again, my opinion of people is just I've actually met said people. So if you've never met said people from any whatever countries, then you get these images in your head of certain kind of things.
Yeah, from the only one TV channel.
Yeah. And so what I've noticed a lot of this Trumpy stuff is based on this. I'll just be frank with you guys. It's racism, and you're starting to see it more and more because at that point, facts are completely irrelevant.
Fact doesn't matter. They just believe what they want to believe.
Yeah. So I'll give you a simple example. So today, the incident in Chicago, I just made videos reading what the account was of there was a shooting in Chicago. So that part I think everyone agrees on, that I shot somebody, right? And it doesn't appear that she shot first or at all.
Yeah, and they're saying that she had a gun.
Right. Yep,
but it doesn't mean she's shooting somebody.
Right. And also, to be fair, we'll just say this, with ICE, they could say anything.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why when you read reports of this stuff, they just say ICE says this, ICE says this, because then the reporting right away was saying we haven't been able to confirm it, right? Because you don't know with these people. And I'm honest with you about that stuff, where I just say I'm not sure, but I've said, like, I haven't heard anything about her firing her weapon. So then it becomes strange when ICE shot and she didn't shoot, right? And then they were claiming that her and 9 other cars, so 10 cars were trying to hit them or something. So I don't know. I don't know.
If that's true, maybe somebody should have filmed that.
Yeah, that's what people are saying, like, why isn't there filming it? But anyway, so I'm just using that one example because for any topic, and there's a whole bunch of this stuff, just talk honestly about these things. And most people don't, because they get in their image. So I'll give you another example. I would say they get an image of their head of, like, oh, well, if Fox told me that person had a gun, then that must suddenly be bad. And I don't even know if any of this stuff, I don't know any of that stuff. So I'll give another example. Whenever Trump there are people that say, okay, we are going to go and arrest people, right? And then suddenly Fox will say they're all criminals. They must be all criminals because Fox said that they're bad. And then you find out later.
You find out later. You said that you showed me the one footage that the old bearer is just using the a walker. Yeah.
So that's the stuff to where this is sort of why we look at this stuff together. I even show Yeji, like, what do you think about? We do that all the time, and that's what an honest conversation is. It's okay. Let's look at it. Like I'm willing to listen to what you have to say. I'm willing to look at the evidence and have honesty, but when you get sort of like too emotional, that's sort of where the U.S. is right now.
And plus, USA, that's right now, and most of who's holding a gun in USA with a uniform, they're not trained.
That's really a problem. It's really a problem.
We don't know I'm sure that they're not trained, and we don't know their age. If they're a really young kid who's holding a gun with a uniform.
So you're referring to the ICE people.
Yeah, ICE people.
Right. So all these people are wearing masks, and a couple of people wrote in the comments, and I've seen it for people who have training. So one of the first ways you can identify the ICE people don't have training is they go to violence first.
Well, yeah.
They're like right away. They go to violence first.
Something's happened. They're going to be panic.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not trained.
Sure.
Because even if they, how you say, the earphone, they're not gonna listen.
Oh, okay. Even if you're like, even if you're like saying, don't shoot. Yeah. If you're not trained, you panic because you don't know what to do.
What to do, and other people holding a gun. I have a gun, so I'm gonna shoot.
So then you run into a problem, and this is a serious issue in USA. There's more guns than people in USA.
Yeah.
It is a really,
so
really
at
serious
this
problem.
point, there's
really
only few people who's laughing and smile and happy is the gun company, a bully company.
That's what you said right away. I keep saying this over and over again, but I really encourage you guys to watch our older videos when we talked about the Yoon situation, and I encourage you to watch the movie 1987. I just keep mentioning that because everything we're seeing right now in USA is a direct mirror, and that was like 40 years ago in Korea. About yeah, it was 87.
Yeah.
So because back then they kind of used ICE kind of thug kind of people. And essentially and I'm more talking to MAGA people because I just want to have honesty about this stuff. What I keep seeing on YouTube and news is just people yelling at each other. That's all it is. It's just people.
There's no point just yelling at each
Yeah,
other,
it's
right?
just yelling at each other. So the MAGA people, the argument they make is everyone's illegal, so therefore we can arrest people. Okay, that's the argument they make. So the pushback I would give on that is, well, let's say Yeji and I speeding at driving too fast, or we walk across the sidewalk when we're not, or the road when we're not supposed to, right? You jaywalking. You guys know this stuff. So does that mean I can throw someone in prison for a month for jaywalking? Is that how we do things?
No, not even that. You're walking on the side road and they just start grabbing you.
Right. Yeah, you're talking about kidnapping.
Knock them out.
Right. Or for example, let's say I don't like someone because they have the wrong skin color or they wear the wrong clothes. Can I just chainsaw their door, go in their house, and tear up their everything? Is that what you want? Right. I mean, what?
It's basically purging.
Oh, the purge. Yeah, like the movie. And the sick thing about this stuff is Donald Trump's kids are those kind of people who would go out and purge. You guys know it, and this is also just real. I'm just talking about facts. You can easily find pictures on the internet. They would actually go to, I think it was Africa, because I think the only countries that these kind of animals would be, they'd shoot cheetahs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
They have pictures of holding up the cheetah. I'm not just making stuff up. That's what they do. Some people like that. That's their enjoyment is go shoot endangered animals, or for them cause fights in the streets of America. The reason why I have to bring this up is because, guys, yes, if someone is a dangerous person and you get a warrant and you go through the procedures, you're not going to get any pushback from me or Yeji or anyone to be like, some people you would want to arrest. I don't disagree at all. See, we can actually have an honest conversation about this. Like, yes, we should have law, but law also requires you, if you're going to arrest someone, have evidence, have due process, right? Get a warrant. Am I saying anything crazy? And I'm not. I know I'm not. But that's the issue that I've been noticing. I see a lot on social media where they're just like, oh yes, everyone's a criminal. Just arrest everyone, and that's really, really dangerous and scary. And so if you're just sitting at home and you're kind of neutral on this stuff, the reason why people are protesting, and myself included, why against this stuff, I don't want to live in a place to where there is no law to where you arrest anyone, no due process. I don't want any of that. And so what happened in Korea, and I mentioned the 1987 stuff, and this is with the rest of Yoon, people took to the streets peacefully and appealed to essentially their brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, we just basically, just sit down together and sing a song.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. No, and actually people mentioned that in the comments. If you really want to affect a peace protest, would say in USA, you'd literally just take the streets and start singing, give peace a chance, the John Lennon song. No, seriously.
Sure.
I know it sounds silly to people who've never experienced it, but it works. It works.
The Hong Kong, they did umbrella.
Right. Well, so the Hong Kong is a good example because essentially you have the Chinese Communist Party. Just be honest about it. It's a dictatorship kind of thing. Come in and just wipe that out. And that's essentially what you're seeing with Trump. And that's the question I pose to people: is that the world that you want?
And no freedom. USA should be a world of land of freedom, but there's no freedom.
Well, if Trump can control the media and those kind of things, so this is sort of what we're talking about. And again, that's what an honest conversation is. Of just literally we're just talking about it, and I want you guys to have these serious conversations with because I know how it is. The MAGA people right now get really emotional. Just arrest everyone. They're all criminals. Is that what you believe? If there's no warrants and people are wearing masks and running around and shooting first, asking questions later, that's not a good situation. And I just want to make that really clear. And so that environment that Trump's created is chasing away foreign students, foreign business, and
even yourself.
Yeah. I mean, well, even people say that we shouldn't come back anyway. It's frankly, it's not safe. I'll just be frank with you guys. So that's our thoughts on this. I want to hear yours, and we'll catch you all in the next video. So, bye.